As you know, there has been quite some tensions between the two countries, and that is something that is been continuing for a while. We are expecting that a plan or the time frames, in fact, and the sequencing of how the European plan will be implemented could be could be. There is a possibility that may be signed on the 18th of March in North Macedonia. Um, I personally do not believe that anything will be signed on the 18th, but I'm hopeful that quite soon we may have everything agreed in terms of proceeding with addressing the most pressing issues between the two countries that are now founded in the foundational document of the European Union. I don't expect anything to be signed. The reason for that is that I think it's known but not communicated. Until now, there was a sort of precedent, if you will, that both countries would agree on a number of issues, but the documents sort of had been signed separately. So there was always a facilitator, in some cases EU, in some cases United States, but it was not a bilateral signing of the agreement between the two countries, but rather bilateral signing of the same agreement with the facilitator. So that's why, and it has more implications than that. Signature would mean that the two countries are agreeing on a set of issues that they need to resolve. Therefore, a signature would mean an implicit and explicit, in fact, recognition of both countries' sovereignty and territorial integrity and all these things. Second thing is that the plan has been agreed, which is a great thing, but that the time frame and what goes with it in terms of implementation has not been agreed yet. And the purpose of meeting on 18th of March is exactly that, is not to talk about the agreement has been set, but it's to talk about the implementation. And Serbia has some requests. Serbia demands that the first thing to be implemented is the association community of Serb majority municipalities, while the Kosovo side demands that there is no association of Kosovo Serb municipalities, not at least monoethnic, or that creates a kind of problem or another layer of administration and sort of self-governance in Kosovo, because that is not something that Kosovo would agree. But the demand by the Kosovo side is that we need, as soon as possible, a final agreement. Now, to me, whether association or not, whether a final agreement or not, to me is really important that there is an agreement, a successful conclusion of the dialogue between Kosovo and Serbia that started in 2011. Personally, I'm glad that it's happening in North Macedonia rather than in any other country for a number of reasons, but primarily because North Macedonia, until lately, has managed to address and resolve a long-standing dispute with Greece that was preventing North Macedonia in its EU and NATO integration. The resolution of that protracted dispute for 25 years meant that North Macedonia has a clear path and will be progressing even quicker in the EU and NATO integration. So symbolism is there, and I think leadership, more than that Prime Minister Zaev showed is also important. There is another one, and it's the date, 18th of March, and it's the place where, the expectation is that the that the implementation of the plan will be signed.